Hi everyone, this is Tanya here with Memory Lane Keepsakes, and welcome back to my channel. I want to wish everyone a happy new year. Thank you all so much for taking our time to join me. I am here as promised to share a project shared with you all by Craspire, and I was able to choose a few of their products from their website, and I'm back as promised to share what I created with the items that I chose. So let's go ahead and dig on in. So first off, I hope everyone is feeling great, and I want to go ahead and up front give you guys the coupon code that I have if you choose to go over to Craspire. I will have all the links in the bottom in the description box for you guys to definitely check out, and if doing so, I have the coupon code for you guys to save $5 over any order that's over 40 bucks, and that coupon code is MEMORY5. Use the coupon code MEMORY5 to save $5 on any order over $40. All right, so one of the items that I'm featuring today is this item right here. This item is called Grandparents. This is one of the die sets that I chose from their website. I kept this in one piece because I did cut this in one pass, and I cut out multiple ones so that way I can make this one a little bit dimensional. And so this one was really easy to work with, and again, this one is called Grandparents. It has a lot of pieces, as you can see, but I didn't have a die like this in my stash, so I really wanted to take time and work with something like this one here, and I thought this one would be great. It comes in this little packaging right here, which is says Globeland, but it is through the company Craspire. And I have a few of my little extra pieces left inside the packet here that I did cut. That's one way for you to save those extra pieces when you have some left over, to make it easier when you put in your card or whatever it is that you're creating together. So with that die right there, I did again cut this one out, and this is what it looked like when I cut it out in one pass. So that particular one cut out just like this, and you can see how easy, and then you have the outline basically of what was left over. So to kind of show you what my thought process was, this is usually how I get started when I cut out a card. It makes it so easy when you have a lot of pieces to cut, and then I go back and I usually figure out what medium I'm going to use to add that color, whether it be markers, whether it be inks, whether it be watercolor, whatever that you choose. So this is usually how I get started, and so I did that using that die. And next I did pull out some other items that was already currently in my stash to create with. So I pulled out this stamp set right here to add my sentiment inside of my card, and this one right here is called Dance It Out set. So I used that one, and I also use this for my one of the pieces here. This is called Garden Notes. This is the Stitch Ovals, so I use that die set. And then I also use this die set right here, which is called Celebration. I use the Happy Birthday in this set right here. And that's pretty much the dies that I already had in my stash that I wanted to create with, to bring out that beautiful Grandparents die that I got from Craspire. This die was so much fun to work with. I really enjoyed using this die set right here. This is a fun one. And this particular one right here, I was able to create a card, and this is the card I made using that beautiful die set. And here is my card right here. So you can see how I put everything together here. So what I love about it is the fact you can play around with the clothing on the grandparents, and you can color them up any way that you choose, or you can cut pattern paper if you want to go that route, and then paper piece it together. And as you can see, I placed a couple together. They both have their canes, and then I just color those up using my Spit and Noir markers. So these are the marker colors that I use for my creation here, as well as I did pull out my Sharpie, which is the permanent marker, which is a silver metallic. I use this one right here within my creation as well. And then in addition to that, I also cut out the Happy Birthday as mentioned, and then I used some of my Spit and Noir to add some of that shimmer and shine for a beautiful glitzy look. You can see how I have that stitch over behind them. I also placed that solid color to bring this die set out even more. And then I placed this pattern paper in the background along with the outline of yellow. So this is how my card turned out. And in the inside of this card, I also placed the sentiment, and it says, "You're not getting old, you're getting awesome." So I'll put that inside of the card. And on the back, I went ahead and stamped it, "My Inspired by Life, created by hand." So this is what I have here. And this is my first card creation to share with you all. And like I mentioned before, this die set was so much fun to work with. The only thing I would have to say when it comes to the little face, I did go back with one of my markers here, and I used one of my markers to bring out the eyes a little bit more. Now it does have a nose and it has a little mouth, but it's really hard to see, and I didn't want to take a chance of messing that up by trying to go to fill that in, so I just chose to leave it blank. But it does emboss that face area. It gives a little impression there, but as far as you to get it the way you want, you will have to go in with something really fine to have that detail for the face expression. But I'll come in a little closer so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Hopefully you can see that. But yes, I went in so that way at least the eyes would show a little bit better. But yes, this was a fun one. I really enjoyed this one. So that's that one there. Moving right along, I did play along with another die from Craspire. The next die that I'm going to share with you is another set that I have here. And this particular one right here is this particular die set here. And this one is called Cute Girl Sewing Machine and Scissors. So this one has a ton of pieces with it. As you can see, it has a lot. Now I did go ahead and detach some of them so that way I can go back and cut more pieces, because it was certain ones that I wanted more of. This particular die set, I liked it because I wanted to create a scene. But what I was a little disappointed on was the fact that this particular die set right here was a little smaller than I thought the size would be when it arrived to me. I was still able to work with it and create what I needed to, but I find that these pieces could easily get lost, so that's the reason why I chose not to detach a lot of them. But there's ways to be able to keep your dies together by using a magnetic dish, or just placing it on your work surface in an area where it doesn't get lost within your craft paper that you're going to be tossing out. So just be mindful of that. Another thing too that I saw was the fact that it has a sewing machine on this particular die set, and I would have thought that they would have included a table of some sort to have held that die cutting machine, but they did not. But I still made it work. But yes, this die set is a small size, but it's still a cute one. And again, this one is called Cute Girl Sewing Machine and Scissors. So that's that one. This is the packaging for it again that says Globeland, but it is by Craspire. I've taken my extra pieces and I've placed them inside of the bag that it came with. But you can go back now and add this to a die magnetic sheet to keep up with all your pieces if you choose to, if you want it for storage. So that's another tip for you crafters out there. So now in using that particular die set right there, I did pull out a few other things in my stash. I pulled out my word create, which is a die that I have, and I wanted to work with that one. I also pulled out this stamp set right here. This particular one is called Handmade Happiness. I used the sentiment for my card that I created. In addition to that, I also pulled out this one right here, and this one right here is the scallop frames and etched dies. So that's another one I used. This one was mainly used for my base and my card front. I also used this one right here, which happens to be dotted ovals. And I also used this 6x6 paper pad, which happens to be called, it's by Hottie Spot, but it's called Favorite Things. This particular one, I'm trying to see if there's another name for it. I do not see. I guess it's just called block paper, but this is what I have here for that one. So I use all those different elements, so it just shows you different ways that you can use things within your crafty stash to even make these dies stand out even more. And that's what I chose to do. Then I did go back and I used this marker right here, which is the Sharpie permanent marker within my creation. And then I did use the Spectre Noir sparkle to add some shimmer to my card. So I definitely wanted to do that. And so here is my card creation, and I'm really happy with the way this turned out, even though I was hoping that the size of that die set would have been a whole lot bigger. I also use cereal boxes to add a little bit more thickness to my card. That's another crafty tip for you that I always share in case this is your first time watching my videos, to kind of help you as a new crafter or even an advanced crafter who need more thicker paper. That's a one way to be able to get that thickness that you desire. So here is my finished card creation right here, using that beautiful cute die set, which is called Cute Girl Sewing Machine and Scissors. It's an embossing dress die set, and this is more catered to like your sewers, you know, anyone who loves to craft in that area as far as fabrics. So I went ahead and I made this card, and I'm just loving this background. I feel like this background really put this card, it joined it really well. I love how the colors just pop off the card. I have added some dimension. As you can see, I have my pattern dress right here on my skirt, and then she has her little cute outfit, and she was all paper pieced together here and raised up. I added some diamond dots that I did not pull, but I did add those in there to give her a little shimmer. Then I have the word create in front. I made my own table. This is what I mentioned because I didn't want to just put the sewing machine on the floor, so I made a table for this die set or this card here. I've added some ribbon cutouts. I cut those out multiple times, as well as the buttons that it came with. It has the pair of scissors, and I just really love the way it turned out. And then of course I dotted her eyes, and she does have a little face with the impression that it cuts out, but again, it's hard to do the mouth and the nose. But the eyes were definitely added a little bit more so that way you can see them and they will pop a little bit better. But the background is just phenomenal. I'm loving this scallop edge, how that die cut this out, and then I just placed everything on here to make it look like a craft sewing machine room. I just really love the way that looks. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. And then also inside the card I put eat, sleep, craft, repeat. Yes, we all can relate to that. And so this is my finished card for this one here. So on the back I did go ahead and stamp my inspired by life, created by hand. So I have this finished card and then also this one. So if you guys are interested in either one of these cards, definitely make sure you take advantage to go to Craspire's website. That information will be listed in the description box along with the coupon code, using the code MEMORY5 to save that $5 off of any $40 order as mentioned. And I want to thank you on today for watching my video. I hope everyone is great. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, and check out my Instagram page, which is Memory Lane Keepsakes 2017. Blessings and be great. Bye bye.